Good morning. This is my practice every morning. I do a I Ching reading or a question, and it's how does the hexagram want to move me today? And that is to give me a little bit guidance into my Qigong practice and also into the day ahead. So what is the I Ching? Well, the I Ching is an ancient divination method where we can find questions, we can find answers about the energies around us and how to navigate the current energies that we are experiencing. And there are different ways that we can ask the I Ching, and you can use yarrow stalks and you can use coins, and I'm sure there are other ways as well. There are two ways that I know of that you can use coins. There might be many other ways, but I'm using a 8 coin magic to draw my hexagram. And as we go along here, you will see what I'm doing. And if you stay with me throughout my journey doing this practice, I'm hoping that you will learn something too. And this, if you've been drawn to this video, well, then this message is for you as well. And what is important to remember is that this is about energies. This is not about predicting the future. It is about helping you navigate your days, knowing how the energies are today, and then will also give you some guidance on how to, what steps to take, what to avoid to do, which is the best approach during the current energies. So that's what it is. So it's not going to tell you you are going to meet this love of your life, or it's not going to tell you you're going to become rich, or it's nothing like that. It's more letting you know where are the energies today and how can you navigate them best to get the best possible outcome. Okay, so here I've got 8 coins, and I'm using 2 pennies, British 2 pennies. And on one of these coins, I'm not sure if it's shown in the camera so much, but on one of these coins, I've drawn a little black spot. So this is important. So I'm going to turn them around. And I am going to shuffle them as well, so we don't know where this little black spot is. So, and on the side you see here, this is what I've got prepared, and I've got this in on my remarkable tablet. Actually, I'm not sponsored at all. I just love this thing. I've got prepared 2 circles with 8 circles, and then also this is the beginning of a hexagram. It is a hexagram. It is heaven above heaven, and this is the ultimate yang energy. And also what we're talking about here, there's many aspects, but it's also yin and yang is very important here. But this is the ultimate yang, and this one is called Qian. If this hexagram is called Qian. So, and it's the ultimate yang. So I'm going to do the first divination. So we'll quiet our minds, close your eyes, and take 3 cleansing breaths that you breathe in through your nose into your stomach. Feel the stomach expand, and then fill your lungs. And then you breathe out through a pinhole through your lips, releasing all old energies. And then one more breath in through the nose. Clearing your mind, letting go of what's been around you, and then one last breath in through your nose. Fresh air, fresh chi, and breathe out. Release what is old. Release your thoughts, release everything you don't want to hold on to. And now you can open your eyes, or you can continue keeping your eyes closed. You can choose whichever you'd like, but keep on breathing in and out through your nose into your stomach, but just normally, right? So I am going to shuffle these coins, and now I am choosing, I'm laying them out. So here we go. Heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, mountain, lake. So these are the positions. So I will start by looking for the black. And I found it the first time. So that means the bottom part of this hexagram is the heaven, which is Gyan. And now we are going to do the same, and we're going to get the top part. So we've done the bottom part, and I'll get to that. So hold on. And then heaven, earth, fire, water, thunder, wind, mountain, lake. And then we start again. We're doing the upper part. So we're looking for the black spot. I'm not sure if you can see it in this light and in this camera, but we're just going to have to trust me on this one. So on this side we have in heaven, lake, fire, thunder, no black spot. There we go. We're looking at wind, water. It came up water. So first on this one, we will put the spot there. So that's heaven. And then we found the second one, it's water. And now we are going to look at what is changing. So I'm going to take away 2 coins, the coins without a black spot, a little spot on there. So I'm keeping the black spot here. So I'm going to first write it. Kan is water. Kan is water. And then we are shuffling these, and then we're going to light and see. We've got 6 lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm rearranging the coins according to the lines. So it's like that. And then I'm starting from the top, and I'm looking for the black, the little spot there. Not on the third. And here is where we find the little spot. That means that is a changing line, and it's going to tell us about what's changing and where we're at in the process of the energy of this particular hexagram. So first I'm going to start by drawing the hexagram. So Kyan, I said, which is heaven, is all yang. So we've got 3 lines that are unbroken, right? But Kan has got 2 broken lines, and it looks like this. There. And it is one of the broken lines that is also a changing line. So I will put a cross, an X there, just to show that this is a changing line. So we've got water over heaven. So we can imagine how heaven is really above, right? And so when we think about water and heaven is above, right? It's the all-encompassing universe, everything that is above us. Like earth is what we're standing on, is Mother Earth, but heaven is Father Heaven, I guess, is above us. But in this case, we got water above heaven. And water falls downwards. So these are, in a sense, opposing energies. but we will actually read the book I've got here, and then we will look exactly what this means. I'm just describing a little bit, and this is to my current knowledge. So what you need to know, I am a student of the I Ching, so I am learning as we are doing this together. So bear with me. There's another aspect we need to look. So the lines have their position. So we got where they are correct, right? So the bottom line here is a yang is correct, but the second line should be a yin. So that's not correct. And then yang correct, yin correct, yang correct, yin correct. So a lot of correct lines. There's only one line that is not correct at this point, and it's this one. And then we also look at how they're corresponding with each other. So we've got the bottom line of the bottom part of the hexagram, and we've got the bottom line of the bottom part of the upper part of the hexagram. So, and they are corresponding. So you've got a yang corresponding to a yin. So that's correct, right? And then we've got a yang to a yang, and that's not correct. And then we've got yang to a yin, and that's correct. So this hexagram is actually quite balanced, I say, just as a first glance. We've got some parts that are not 100%, but I'd say generally it's quite balanced. So now I'm going to read the book. I'm going to find out exactly which hexagram we are looking at. And I'm going to look for kan, water. I'm going to take these coins away first, putting them to the side here. And then I'm opening the book. And as you can see, I'm looking. So here I've got kan, which is above. And then I've got heaven, which is below kan. So it's number 5. So this is the first part of the I Ching. So the I Ching's got 2 parts. This is the first part, and that's the heaven part. And we have now found out we actually, for the hexagram number 5, so we're going to find number 5. And number 5 is needing. So in this case, you can see, I was talking about water, and here they're speaking about the cloud over heaven. Okay, so we'll start with the sequence of the hexagrams. So there are 64 hexagrams, and they're all in sequence. So we've got, and then this needing is number 5 in the sequence. And then we're going to start that, the sequence of the gua. When things are in their childhood, so this is early. So like I said, number 5 is very early in the flow of the energy. So things are in their childhood. They should not be neglected without nourishing. Thus, after childhood, which is the previous hexagram, needing follows. Zu is the Tao of eating and drinking. So this is all about nourishing yourself. So at the moment, you are in a place where you need to nourish yourself. But this is should be today, this should be your main focus. Make sure you eat well, you breathe well. So what we did today, in the beginning here, we did the cleansing breath. It's good, and we're breathing into the stomach. So the air that we breathe is nourishment. We need that to live, right? The water that we drink is nourishment as well. We need that to live. And the food that we eat is nourishment. So we need that to live as well. All these things we need in order to live. And we need to think about exactly what we're putting in that we got. Go out for a long walk. For a walk is beautiful nourishment. To breathe in the fresh air. So you breathe in the smell of the trees or the flowers, or maybe the winter. Here's winter, right? There's lots of snow, but even that smells, right? And breathe that in and get the cold. If you're in the northern hemisphere at the moment, in the middle of winter, then breathe in the cold air of the winter, even that is nourishing. And then when you're eating, make sure you cook food with nourishing vegetables, nourishing ingredients, no fast food, anything. So just make sure you eat well, to give your body the right fuel. It's like when you have a car, say you have a car that runs on diesel and you put petrol in it, it's not going to work, right? Or if you have a petrol car and you put really low quality petrol, it's not going to run as well. So, and it's the same thing with your body. You need to put in the correct nourishment, and the correct nourishment comes from the nature. It does, and if you can get beautiful organic food without any toxins, then that's even better. But some people can't afford that. Unfortunately, the world looks like it does, so organic food is more expensive because we are mass producing vegetables in a way that it's not fruit and vegetables and crops and all these in a way that it's not very good for us, unfortunately. But that's the way of the world at the moment. If you can get your hands of, if you can grow your own vegetables, or if you can get your hands on some beautiful organic vegetables and fruit and crops, and that's beautiful. Otherwise, make sure you wash it properly just to get like pesticides and all that. Rinse it off to clean it off. Yeah. So that's wonderful. So nourishing yourself today. So we're moving on to the next. So decision, needing, being sincere and faithful. Brilliantly prosperous and smooth, being steadfast and upright, good fortune, favorable to cross great rivers. Okay, so what I read from this, we are going to read the explanations as well, because I am, like I said, very much a student of the I Ching. So I'm learning together with you here. So needing, being sincere and faithful. So I believe. And being sincere, it's very important to be sincere in every action that you do. And this means from body, speech and mind. Like being sincere in your mind, being sincere with your word, being sincere and truthful and faithful, believing, right? With your body in your actions. So if you, for example, if you slap somebody and then tell them you love them, no, that's not very truthful, and that's not sincerity. That's your body says something and your word says something else. If your word said something, your body should follow as well, right? So you should show with your actions. We should always show love, right, and kindness. That's very important. But they need to be in line, and also your mind as well. This is why we need to cultivate our minds. It's because every action and every word starts with a thought. So we need to cultivate our mind so that we have a mind that is beneficial to ourselves, right? Because there's so many times that we are putting ourselves down. I think the most, the person that we often are the most horrid to is ourselves, just telling ourselves things that are just not very kind, right? We need to cultivate this mind to become more kind to ourselves and kind to others as well. And everything starts with a thought. So that's where it starts. And then with a kind thought or a clear thought or a thought that see through the illusions of the world, because there's many illusions around. Things seems like they are in one way and quite often they're not. To our detriment many times, but we don't see the situation for what it really is and we can get hurt. But so being sincere and faithful, believe, right? Have trust in this universe around you, and have trust in your intuition, and have trust. Just be faithful and believe, right? Brilliantly prosperous and smooth. This means that if you're being sincere and are in line with the truth of you, then this is going to work very well. So we're going to make you very prosperous. Does this mean money? No, not necessarily, but things are going to work out much better and it's going to run smoothly. So this day is going to be very smooth. And they're being steadfast and upright. So be who you are. Stand up for yourself. Believe in yourself, and then stand up for what you believe in, for what is your truth. This will bring good fortune for today. So really speak your truth. Very important. And this means that it's favorable to cross great rivers. So in the olden days, great rivers were considered dangerous. They were very difficult to cross, right? Because many people couldn't swim, and it were like really strong flowing water, and a lot of people drowned when they tried to cross. But today, if you remain sincere and faithful, and then stand up for who you are, being truthful and steadfast and upright, standing up for who you are, then it is going to be a good day to take that step or doing that thing that you need to say, or do that thing that you need to do, the thing you need to say that you need to say to clear up something. But it needs to come from a sincere heart, right? So if you, maybe there's something you need to bring up with the person, and you've been afraid to do this is the day to do this, but it needs to come from a kind heart and from a clear mind, and not just lashing out. So remember, being sincere and faithful, right? This is not to hurt people. This is to benefit all beings, right, around you. And sometimes you have to say things that might feel like they might hurt somebody, or they feel difficult. But sometimes this is what you need to do. You need to cut away what's bad, and then you need to stand up for yourself to cut away what's bad from your life and maybe other people's life as well. Just remain sincere, kind at heart, stand up for your truth, and be truthful and sincere. Very important. So the commentary though on this decision, this will go a little bit more deeper. It says requiring faith and confidence to wait. So now we come, right? You need to not rush in. So this is what I said. Don't rush in and just say things or do things. But consider it very, very, very deeply, and choose your words, choose your direction carefully, and listen to your intuition. So continue breathing into your stomach. It's almost like you're pulling all your thoughts down into your stomach. So your stomach has brain cells as well. And this is where you listen to your gut. And you listen to your heart as well. And then also use your mind, your logical mind. So it needs to be a combination of this, your intuition and your logical mind as well. But do listen to your gut and your heart, and then use your logic to plan a wise step forward that will help you deal with the problem ahead, but remain steadfast and truthful. Okay. Danger lies ahead. Yes, it certainly seems like we've got a task today that is going to be more difficult. Okay, so we have to step carefully here. So being firm and strong, one does not allow oneself to be involved in a danger. So listen to yourself, consider wisely, listen to your intuition, and use your logic, and there will be no danger. Okay, there will only be danger if you rush in without thought. Okay, the conduct is right. Yes, the conduct is right. Remain with good conduct. You're not doing anything to harm anyone. That is not your intention. It should never be the intention. Is to clear up problems. Okay. And in this case, yes, you have a difficult task ahead, but you need to remain sincere, calm, faithful. Believe in this beautiful universe that we have around us. Believe that you are nourished, right? And then nourish yourself with kind thoughts, good food, and clean water. One will not fail into straight. So this is just actually reaffirming what I've said. Being sincere and faithful, there will be brilliant success. Be steadfast and upright, good fortune. So I'm just going to repeat again, like I've already repeated. Today you have a task you must attend to, and it's something that quite possibly, and I know exactly for myself what it is, it's something that I've been not wanting to do, but I have to do. It is about cutting away something or someone that is not good for the overall team, in my case. But it mustn't come from a place where I'm hateful or angry, right? And it's the same thing for you. It doesn't come from that place. It needs to come from a calm place, a place of being contemplated and actually digging into that deep wisdom of yourself and the universe. The whole universe actually lives within you. So you tap into yourself and your wisdom and you will come to the correct answer. And your actions must be taken with sincerity and with faith and with everyone's benefit in mind. Okay, and sometimes it seems like we have to take a step that might not benefit a person, but actually it will benefit them. Could very well, something that might be difficult for that person might be could very well be the most beneficial thing for them. So to keep that in mind, but remain steadfast and upright. Remain you. Stick to your truth. Do not back away, okay? You need to stay strong in this. Do not back away. Do not give up on yourself and then feel like you need to, like, this is what I do many times. I don't want to hurt people. So I end up not speaking my truth. And then in the long run, I end up hurting people. Because the steps that I feared of taking because it might be uncomfortable was the step that I needed to do to improve life for everyone. And then I have in the past become fearful and not taken them. And then in the long run, it has actually been more hurtful for people around. And that's just because of fear. So today you need to remain steadfast and upright, truthful, faithful, sincere, come from your heart, listening to the wisdom of your stomach and using your logic to tackle the problems ahead today, and it will all be successful, all will be well. Okay, so that's the energies of today. And then also we looked at how this is changing. So we will look at the changing line as well. So I'm going to move on to that. And then I actually went too far. So it's actually, so we start from the bottom, initial 9, second 9, third 9. A 9 means it's a young line, right? So fourth 6. So this is a yin line, so it's a broken line in the fourth place. One in need waits in the ditch. So this is what's changing, okay? Get out of the pit. And here is some more. One in need waits in the ditch, following the principle of yielding, accommodating the situation. Okay, so a yin line is a yielding line also. A yang line is it's a strong line, okay? So yang is the energy of action and strength and firmness, right? Yin is yielding and more withdrawal and going into meditation. It's the winter time, right? Yielding. And yang is action, is the summer, it's taking action, right? So here it says it will be beneficial to us to be yielding. So water, we think it flows, right? It flows around rocks and it always finds a way to flow. It is very yielding, yet it is so strong. So just because something is yielding, it doesn't mean it's not strong, right? It's just working in a different way. So today you need to remain yielding. So take that with you, because that's the energy. We're going to read actually the whole text of the fourth section, the deeper description. The fourth line is positioned in the upper gua. So this is a gua, the upper part of the hexagram is a gua and the lower part is a gua. So the 3 lines is called gua. The situation is difficult, even dangerous. It is possible to get hurt. The decision of the gua says that water is related to blood, a symbol of being hurt. Most English translations follow the Chinese text literally and translate the Chinese character su as blood. So actually this, if you look at it, this, let's see, I think this one is called zu. Kneading, this hexagram is called zu, okay? However, there is another opinion that a component of the character representing water was left out on the left side of the Chinese character zu. With this radical, the character is pronounced zu, a ditch 8 feet wide and deep. Okay, so that's the name of the hexagram today. So 8 feet wide and deep, and zu is, I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't speak Cantonese or Mandarin, unfortunately. So ditch matching the situation suggested by other 3 lines. The one approaches the sand from the outskirts, the mud from the sand, and the ditch from the mud. The situation keeps getting worse. Okay, the 4th line is a yin element at a yin place, a correct position. One in this place may not act lightly. The commentary advises following the principle of yielding accommodate the situation. In so doing, one will climb out of the ditch. Okay, and this comes back actually, so it's really important. Do not act lightly, which means do not just rush in and do something. It's very important to be very sincere and plan out your steps and listen to your intuition and use your logic and prepare your action before you move forward. So if you're stuck in a ditch, it's very difficult to get up. You might just crawl and you keep putting earth down and you can't get up on the side. But if you plan and really look, where is the best way up? Here. Or there I can take a step without maybe just pulling more mud down and keeping me in the ditch. Then I will come out of the ditch, okay? And this is the same with this situation. If you plan it wisely, look at the situation and decide on the best approach. Even write it down. Like write a little script for yourself if you need to speak to somebody, and just really plan out and think about this situation. Okay, so this is the energy of today. So I wish you all the best. And then if you resonate with this, I would love to hear more, hear about your story in the comments. Please share. So wishing you a beautiful day today, and remain sincere, faithful, steadfast and upright, and all will be well.